Hey everyone, welcome back. We're here again, and yeah, there wasn't a mind blowing week, but you have a new game you want to talk about. I have a new
Oh yeah.
game I want to talk about, and then we've got the Microsoft Partners preview.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
take it
So
away,
I
dude.
so I bought and pre-ordered actually Mario and Luigi's Brotherhood. I can't wait for that. Brothership or is it Brotherhood? Something like that. Brothership, I think it is. Their new RPG. I can't you better play that, by the way. You're a fan of the series, Jared. Don't betray your roots and say you
I
don't have
love this.
time
Love it. Love it.
because it's gonna be a great game. I'll let you know what I think. I also got the new Jamboree Mario Party. And yeah, that's I still love was it Superstars before it? I'm still going to probably play that as well. But yeah, then they've been rating and hyping this, and a lot of people are kind of covering it. I'm thinking about making a video, putting it on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how many people would be interested in
Well,
seeing that. You can let
let's
us
let's
know.
start with this. Did you play it?
That I have not because there is. I bought it, but guys, there is literally. Let me explain. There's an
Oh,
event going on Dead by Daylight right now for
excuses,
Halloween.
excuses.
There's an event in Hearthstone right now. There's an event in Hunt Showdown right now. So each one of them require grinding. So as you can see, it's just bad timing. But I did get the game. But I am gonna most likely play it today because I want to probably give Jared a leak it because I'm gonna probably record a just like the beginner experience. But man, this is a Mario Party. I mean, just maybe one cool game. But those games tend to sometimes take a while. On YouTube, you have your little threshold of like what 15 minutes or less video. So it might be challenged to get it under that.
So,
But I might do
guys,
it, Jared.
you gotta listen to this. This
Oh
guy, he
man,
tells me
I'm a
yesterday.
collector.
He tells me yesterday. Oh yeah, we'll push the podcast to today because like that way it gives us time to to play the games.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh okay, because I was gonna start Silent Hill 2 remake. So here he goes. So we
Oh,
purposely
Jared, just
delayed.
not enough time. And then last night when I was gonna play it, one of my buddies on Discord said, "Hey, let's play some TCM." I'm like, "Oh my god!" So that took an hour and a half. That hour and a half was going to be my hands-on impression. So you see, guys, it's hard because there's just so much limited time and then so much stuff going on. And right now it's Halloween, so
This
there's a lot
guy
of it.
gives me crap every week about
Every
time.
week, but at least you play your game, yeah. But at least I have it, guys. You'll see my
So
what I
funny.
played
Okay,
today.
well, then I guess on my side, I wrapped up Until Dawn remake. Stand by what I said, what was it, last week or the week before, where I was like, excellent. It's a really good, excellent, campy game that should have been $40 with a $10 upgrade, not 60 $70 full price for a remake of a game that was released on the PlayStation 4 not that long ago. But if you've never played it, right? If you've never played it, definitely PC, PS5, definitely something to check out. It's one of those like Telltale games. So it's got QuickTime. What are they called? QuickTime
Events.
events, thank you, and minimal movement and stuff like that, but whatever. It's in this one they actually increased movement significantly, so there's like a lot more stuff to interact with. Just really good. I really enjoyed that game. That was like a breakout hit on the PlayStation 4, and now that it's available on PC and PS5, really go check it out. I my intention was play Zelda until Dragon Quest came out, but I completely destroyed Zelda, and then I was like, crap. Now what am I gonna do? So I played Until Dawn, figuring, yeah, it'll take me a little while, and I finished that one. So I'm like, damn it. So,
Yeah, well,
but
games
there's
are
good
well. Some
news.
games are long though. They're not
So the
long, I
good news
guess.
is the one game that I really wanted to try, and the only reason I got Until Dawn before Silent Hill was because it came out first. That was like literally the only reason. So, anyways, everyone has been raving about the new Silent Hill, saying that it's one of those very special remakes that actually captures the essence of the original. And there was a lot of flack. So, you probably know Layers of Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a classic PC game, really
Oh yeah.
creepy. I played that on Steam, had a really, really good time. But I don't know why. Like everybody was like crapping all over Blooper Team. That's the developer when it was announced that they were going to make the remake. And I know that the original like trailer that was shown looked great. Nobody complained. But then they showed an early, I think it was like a prototype build of the combat, and that's when everyone went nuts.
Oh
And they were
yeah.
like, what is this garbage and whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm really happy to say I'm looking for every excuse not to play the game. That tells you,
That's that good. Yeah.
yeah,
I might get it then, but I gotta
that's
get it on sale. You know me. I don't
yeah, no,
play
no,
it.
no, no, no. And guys, honestly, I'll talk a little bit about this. I'm not going to go in depth, but the reason I say it's so good that I'm making up excuses not to play it is because if you haven't played the original Silent Hill 2, you don't need to play Silent Hill 1. It's a standalone story. But the thing with Silent Hill, well, especially Silent Hill 2, is the more you play it, the more it gets under your skin and you start to like dread it. And it's because it's so weird. It's like it's not overly scary or anything like that, but it gets to you after a while. And I'm not a baby. I'm not Steven. If Steven, no, but no joke. If Steven played
Is
this,
he
I think,
scared?
yeah, he gets
Ah,
scared
Steven, come on.
super easily. With this, I think he would have a heart attack because it just there's something about it where it gets under the skin, and as you're exploring, you just get this kind of claustrophobic sense of
Oh wow.
dread. Like anyway, absolutely excellent. I know why people are saying it's one of the best games of the year because that is hard to do. What I just said, guys, that is really hard to do, especially with the freedom offered with a third person modern day, switching between weapons on the fly, being able to do a quick dodge. Like you have all the modern day sort of sensibilities for the gameplay, and yet I still don't want to play it because it's creeping the crap out of me.
Oh yeah,
And
Steven will definitely play this.
oh yeah, right. But anyways, I'm having a really good time though. Seriously, like when a game can do that to you, like that's awesome. I'm on. It's not really chapter based, but I did the opening area. Then you get to like the apartments. Then there's another set of apartments that are in like when the world goes like where it all gets like corrupted. And now I just made it out to like the other side of the town. So I still got a long way to go, man. And it's just like it's creeping me out. Like and I love it. I'm like, this is really it's sweet. And Blooper Team, remember this, guys, because Blooper Team is going to come up in our conversation when we talk about Xbox and stuff like that. But it's just so funny. So here you are telling me delay the podcast so we can play. So I
Oh yeah, I know, dude.
purposely play.
Yesterday, when I was gonna play yesterday afternoon, I was real busy. We had people come on, so yeah, it's unplanned, and you know how it is with life. But I wanted to play it last night, and then someone said, "Hey, let's play some Texas Chainsaw." I'm like, "Oh, gee," I didn't want to tell him no because we don't get to play that often. So he's in Europe, so it's kind of challenging to get to play with the Europeans because our Discord we have a bunch of Europeans on there, so they tend to have not odd hours for us, right? It's either early when we're working or really late when we're supposed to be in bed. But anyways, so I was supposed to play it last time. I was supposed to play it Friday. It didn't happen, but I think, be able to play it today. And I'm thinking about doing a recording. I forget how long, man. Like I think it's like 30 minutes per session for Mario Party games. So it might be fine. I don't know. I'll record a video, see how it goes. I don't think anyone will watch it.
Oh, dude, whatever, man. Like, content's content. Why not?
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know. And for me, I mean, I really want to see that, like, I'm counting the days now until Dragon Quest 3 hits.
Oh, that's November. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. I was talking to one of our community members too. It's like, do I buy it on Switch? Do I buy it on PC? PC, of course, will have no frame rate issues, but I don't think this game's gonna have frame rate issues even on the Switch, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. I already have the Switch version.
I might wait to hear reviews, see which one's the more optimal one, because Switch, it's showing its hardware, but it handles 2D. 2D is pretty easy, but this new 2Ds are pretty taxing on
yeah,
Switch,
because it's not 2D. You have sprites overlaid on top of 3D, yeah, exactly.
So which version are you going to buy?
Well, I already have the Switch version. I bought the Omega Deluxe Supreme version, but nowadays Square Enix, they got really smart. So they basically produce the collector's stuff, right? Like all the goodies. And then they just basically they basically have like a separate box with that, and then they put that box inside another box, and then they throw a copy of the game. And that's kind of smart because you don't need to have multiple SKUs, right? Especially now you've got like Xbox and PlayStation and the Switch. So I ordered the deluxe or whatever the hell it's called. I ordered that for the Switch, but I might buy the PS5 one for the trophies, just because I love that. And I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, because if I do that, it will force me to basically destroy the game, right? Like do everything in the game, all the monster arena, everything.
You gonna record a playthrough for YouTube or nah?
I don't know. No, but wait a second. The only way I could do that is if I played the Switch version, because I don't have a PS5 that's connected to.
Well, you already bought it. You could. Well, yeah, it would be kind of then double playing the game twice.
No, that I don't mind, dude. With Dragon Quest, I truly don't mind. I mean, as we get closer and we see what, like, if I look and the trophies are garbage, right? Like, just beat the game and whatever, then I don't. Then whatever, it doesn't matter. But sometimes, like Dragon Quest 12, like it was cool. 12, Dragon Quest 11, they had some cool trophies, and I like that. Like challenge yourself to do different things, but we'll see. There's also the one from Atlas. It's got that weird name from the Persona.
Meta? Yeah, the Metaform.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like Metaphor.
That's doing some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
It's doing well. It's actually doing really, really well.
It is. It's doing super well. Check out Steam. You can see the Conqueror players.
Is doing really good.
So,
and it's, oh my god, it is $69.99. It's from Sega as the publisher, which is good.
Well, yeah,
but it looks very positive reviews. It's out a few days ago and 9 days ago now. But there's a demo too, guys. If you're on Steam, you can check out the demo if you want to try it. I'm definitely putting this on my wish list. I most likely will wait for. I don't know if this will go on sale anytime soon, though.
On Steam,
we'll see.
On Steam, I think so.
Yeah, Steam $69.99. That's a bit much. I'll tell you, I always buy the single player games when they are on sale. Only time I make exceptions are the multiplayer, because multiplayer, you play with people, you get a lot of replay value. These type of games are great for 60 hours if you're lucky. And then you're done.
This one's crazy long. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's an 80, 90-hour game.
Oh, wow. Old school, dude.
Like, yeah. My only thing is, like, once I have Dragon Quest and I'm playing Dragon Quest 3, the rest of the year, to me, I really don't care. Because the only other game that was on my list for this year is Indiana Jones. Which is
I'll play that, because remember, I got Game Pass PC. This is day one for me.
Yeah, me too.
Stalker 2's day one for me. I mean, there's so many games for Xbox day one. Right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks that like earlier in the year there wasn't that much. We were bugging each other last night about that, talking about.
Yeah, now it's we're gonna be talking a bulk of the podcast about that.
Yeah. Well, why don't we actually? You know what? Since we were on Silent Hill 2, I might as well just say. Big news there was that Silent Hill 2 sold over 1 million copies in just, like, I think it was a week, not even a week.
It's really good.
That's great.
I don't know if it was a day. Another one, too, I don't know if we talked the last podcast or not, but Space Marine 2 sold 4.5 million copies, the best-selling in the Warhammer 40K series. So that's been a massive hit.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
mentioned
did.
last
Now
week.
there's they did some balance changes, and now people are review bombing it like they did Helldiver. They don't like nerfs, but these spoiled little kids, man.
I
It's
love
like
this. I love
yeah,
the.
it's
I love it.
they're spoiled,
But
entitled.
dude, you just jumped over the Silent Hill news like it was nothing. That's actually huge news
For
because,
really?
well, yeah, Konami hasn't
Oh
released
yeah, for Konami.
anything.
Maybe it'll wake them up. But
Yeah.
Konami didn't even develop the game, dude. It's like they're still not really in gaming. But I think maybe they're just gonna be a publisher like Sega now. Just hey,
Who
you guys do
cares?
it. Give us money. We
I
don't
really
care.
don't care. What I care about is like
Maybe
bring
Konami.
back my like Konami. I know for a lot of people, Capcom. Capcom was my third. Like number one was Nintendo, number two was Konami, and number three was Capcom. Like for me, of like the
Were your
great
favorite?
publishers, you know,
Oh,
like over the years. And
oh,
now
dude, Capcom's done so many amazing
yeah,
things.
no, Capcom, like I love it, right? Capcom's still there. Square Enix is still. I mean, I obviously Square
Well, they're kind of
Enix,
hurting,
like
but yeah.
no, but they're still there, right? Like every year, you still get new games and stuff. If I had time, I would have not reviewed, but I would have played Saga Frontier 2. It looked good. It looked like a great remake.
What about the
of,
paths, man? Did you ever the Octopaths? Did
I
you ever
already
do...
I played both of those. Those are great.
Oh, what did you think? One
No,
or
those
two
are
was
great.
better.
Those are great games. So
I still, before you go on, I still can't believe part one. Some of the dialogue that Nintendo allowed in that game was shocking. I was like, wow, how times have changed. This, you remember what I'm talking? No
yeah,
spoilers, but he was like a pimp, and one of them was pretending to be like a prostitute to get information about her sister or something like that. And the things he said to her during the boss battle, I was like, wow, Nintendo allowed that back in the NES and Super NES era. Never, ever would it have been allowed. So yeah, it's I was shocked and I laughed. I'm like, damn, Nintendo's changed a lot.
yeah, man. So anyway, I just really hope, I really hope that, you know, the next big one they have is Snake Eater. I'm definitely going to pick that up too.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
And
dude.
I hope so, because I really
Oh yeah,
want,
of course.
I want Konami to come back. They have so many amazing IPs, and it's like,
Yeah.
come
I think
on, man.
Castlevania is going to make something. They just had the collections. I think they did pretty good too, right?
Yeah,
Maybe not.
Yeah, they're doing. I mean, not the same level as all of these, but it's like, come on, guys, like, come on. So I was thrilled.
I think it'll happen.
I was thrilled when I heard.
I don't know. I don't know if, by the looks of it, if you've noticed the last couple of years since you kind of re-entered gaming, it's been only publishing only. So I don't think Konami of old is going to come back, man. Let's not get our hopes up high.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like the Snake Eater one is internal.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
finally. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one, but maybe what's the?
Yeah, but
I don't know,
still-
man.
still,
It's weird
dude.
that they were that they made their decision.
Baby
Like, maybe they were
steps?
scared.
Look,
Yeah,
baby steps. All I care about is like slowly come back. Like, come on, man, slowly come back.
Thinking of Konami, remember the Way Forward made that Contra game remake? I don't know if it was remake of one. You remember that? Did you play it? Buy it? So they just worked for Retro Realms, Jason and Ash versus Evil Dead. They're old school, hard, kick-ass 8-bit platform, not 8-bit, kind of 16-bit. Of course, it looks a lot better than 16-bit graphics, but platformer, but old school, like Ninja Gaiden type hard. You remember like the NES version of those days? And it has a really cool thing. You have this 3D app that you go into. It's like an arcade. So you go up to an arcade machine. You start playing the 2D game, and they have like collectibles you do with like 3D models and collectibles. But the only thing is the games are $25 a pop, and they're going to be kind of like a hub system. So meaning they're going to continuously add new arcade games to your arcade collection. You have to buy, of course. It's not going to be free. They might have some free, but so it's really cool. Look it up, Retro Realms, and I think it's arcade. I think it's something you would really enjoy. The only thing is they're $25 a pop, so it's kind of pricey. I think they should be $10 each, but there might be sales. But I'm definitely going to be picking that up when a sale. But $25, that's basically $50 for 2 retro games. A bit, I think, steep. But look it up, dude. This is something that'll be right up your alley.
Yeah, very cool. And so what was it? Retro Realm?
Yeah, Retro Realms, one word, arcade. And you'll see the graphics, and then there's, if you look at the DLC, you'll see the Ash versus Evil Dead, and then the Halloween, and each game's $25. They're really good, by the way, tough as nails. But
cool. All right.
another
Okay,
game
so
for your
you got
wish
the
list, dude.
you got the news today, my man. You got the
Yes,
news.
so got a bunch of announcements. Microsoft's October Xbox partnership happened. Was it yesterday or the day before? So there's a bunch of stuff now. Some of this is not exclusive. Some is. I think we've talked about this, beat the dead horse, how much exclusives are kind of going to be a thing in the past. Alan Wake 2 DLC was announced, Firebreak, which is huge for you Alan Wake fans. It's called Alan Wake 2, the Lighthouse DLC, and it's coming to, of course, the Xbox systems and stuff like that. If you're an Alan Wake fan, you'll be happy. Of course, there's a trailer of that. There's the other stuff like the New Dawn, which is it was the intro of this game, the Chronos trailer, is one of the best I've seen. It kind of gives you a vibe of like a horror game type stuff. It is this, I don't know if he's the enemy or the hero, but wherever the main lead, which is a guy in a suit, he's all beat up, bloody, and has this helmet on, a bubble helmet. You can't even see his face. He's playing chess with this old lady, and then I definitely recommend you guys check it out. I think it's one of the best intros I've seen in a long time.
So
did you watch the intro?
Well, yes. And why is that significant?
That I don't know.
Come on.
Oh man, I don't know the series, man.
There's
Sorry.
it's no series. It's an original.
Is it?
It's an original game.
Oh, what is the significance? I think she's something important.
Silent Hill 2 is the significant. That game is Blooper Team's next game after Silent Hill 2.
Oh, yeah, that's why it has kind of. Yeah, it does say the next project for Silent Hill remake for the Blooper Team. I should continue reading it, but I was going on the intro is so awesome, dude, and it does have that kind of Silent Hill. Well, not necessarily Silent Hill.
No, it reminds me
but it has
more
that
of Dead Space.
Yeah, exactly. But it has that horror theme.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's
because I thought you meant that. Because I thought that old lady was some significance, like a boss or some evil entity that he's playing against. But yeah, that and I love chess, so that was such a really cool intro. Highly recommend.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yep.
This is another one that's very, very interesting. It's called Blind Fire. Next up was some first-person shooter action, what I'm pretty sure was a 90s club going up all the neon. This trailer was Blind Fire. Oh, anyways, it's coming on Xbox Series XS and PC. Today, as of when it was recorded. And it's just cool. It's like a kind of neon. Yeah, there's a lot of neon. Kind of what happens is it's very fast-paced Twitch. You see a bunch of stuff, it disappears. You shoot. You have to see what's moving. So it's very interesting. The whole theme is it removes light from the equation. Check out the trailer. Really, really cool. What did you think of that, by the way?
That whatever. There were
for me, there's disrespect.
There's
disrespect.
Some very cool stuff that you're about to talk about.
This next one, Like a Dragon, Pirates. So this one is a goofy, but it looks kind of like Skull and Bones with a pirate. Well, I say a pirate thing, but it's Japanese anime visuals. It is doesn't say it will be. Oh, it's coming Friday, 21st of February. So, anyways, it's coming out not relatively soon, but next year. It looks hilarious. Jared, I think I had to get it because I love like the pirate type things. It has naval battles. It's just goofy, silly. Highly recommend, guys, take a look at the preview. But what did you think of it, by the way?
Talk about the next one. That one. Whatever.
Oh no, you didn't like it? Okay.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like right now I'm so selective of what I play.
I understand.
Because of the Tim reasons there, all these excuses.
But this one though is the one I've been looking for a while.
Me too.
This is Mouse, PI for Hire, which is AKA it's homage to like the old school Mickey Mouse type movies, cartoons. So basically, you are a detective. It's a first-person cartoon-inspired game. You go around shooting a bunch of stuff, and it comes out in 2025. No real release date on Xbox XS and PC, but it looks phenomenal. I think even Jared, if he's looking forward for it, it's good. It's something special. Because I don't think you're a big first-person shooter fan, are you?
Yeah, sure. It's just not like I don't have time to do any of the competitive stuff. So me, I'll play through like the campaigns and stuff of certain things. This game has been on my Steam wish list forever because it was originally announced for PC before it was announced for a console. So guys, this is basically Cuphead if
Yes,
Cuphead was
Cuphead, but in
a
3D.
first person
Yeah,
shooter,
in 3D.
basically.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's 3D. The sprites are still 2D hand drawn, but the levels, of course, 3D. But yeah, it looks phenomenal, and it's in black and white, which I think is a really nice touch. So yeah, and it's so cool. You see this Mickey Mouse kind of gloves going around with a shotgun shooting things. Oh, it looks kind of like it's a rail shooter. No, it doesn't look like it's. You have freedom. At least that's what it looks like from the previews. We could be wrong, guys. Don't hold it to us. But it looks like it's a rail shooter, which is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. I haven't played a good rail shooter for years. So.
Yeah, no, it looks sick. Honestly, it looks absolutely
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
sick.
Yeah, and you notice that these kind of there's other games that does this kind of art style too. It looks like they're kind of not every game, but it looks like a lot of developers are starting to embrace this kind of old school cartoon inspired.
I'm here for it, man. Bring it on. Like, cause that looks sick. That was the highlight of the show for me, outside of the blooper team game, and then one other game where I was like, oh yeah, that looks pretty damn cool.
Which one? Other one?
Oh, like the action game there. The hell was it called? It was like Wu Chang, I think.
Oh, okay. So let's keep going.
Yeah,
we have Animal Well. Animal Well promises the shadow. Oh, this one looks kind of interesting. Animal Well. It's a
you forgot Subnautica.
Oh, sorry, Subnautica. Oh yeah, you're right. Subnautica 2 was announced. It has a awesome CGI. I don't know if it's gameplay. I don't think it's gameplay. It might be gameplay. Teaser. Well, it looks awesome. He's underwater and some fish creatures. So Subnautica 2 is. Beneath the Waves, maybe a little bit too far, enters early access on Xbox Series XS and PC in 2025, no release date. But Subnautica was a huge hit, so Subnautica 2 should be really up there. Did you ever play it, Jared? I haven't, but
no, I haven't either. But I know about this, so I'm sure this is going to be
very big.
Yeah,
that's the type of game I like. It's just finding time to play these type of things and stuff like that. It's easy. So Subnautica, if you enjoyed that, 2 should be right up your alley. Early access sometime next year. Who knows when. Animal Well, that's another one. It is going to be available for Yep. As of today. I love that how they're doing this nowadays. Nintendo, Sony, all of them do it as they announce a new game and it's on today. It's such a great thing. Apple, I guess the beam is that they did in Apple, but yeah, because Apple's notorious for that, right? They used to do a lot of announcements and day of. All right, so it looks very cool. It's 2D, beautiful art style. Take a Animal Well. It's basically the promises, the shadows, and the animals. Well, anyway, it doesn't really give much description, but just check out the preview. I think Eden's Zero is based on a fairy tale and rave monster. Allows you to. It's a manga's collection new game. So basically, it's very anime, obviously. And here, I haven't really saw the trailer for this one, but it looks like it's an action game. So it looks like it'd be kind of cool. And it's supposed to be out on Xbox Series S, X, on PC, and again, no date, 2025. So a lot for next year. No announcements yet. This next one, though, Jared, I wonder if you're going to get it. This one looked pretty freaking badass. Eternal God damn it, English.
Strands.
Strands. Damn, stutter. We went from a sci-fi to fantasy trailer, and basically, check it out, guys. It really looks cool, and there's these mythical type birds and et cetera, et cetera. It is going to be released on Xbox Series XS and PC in early 2025. Now, when they say that, that means by March, first quarter, but we'll see. Hopefully it will. Mistfall Hunter looks really interesting. I think it's going to be cool. It's a fantasy vibe. It's basically grim, dark atmosphere, and you're basically a hunter. It looks like kind of like a Vikings crossed with a Dark Souls type vibe. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be released in 2025 again for the consoles, for Xbox and PC. So it looks pretty cool. You think that looks good? Something up your alley,
Yeah, it looks
Jared?
cool. It looks cool. These are the sorts of things, like there's a lot of different games that look cool. I hope they do well. It's just realistically, it will depend on when they come out, what else is out, and stuff like that.
Yes. Next up, this one's kind of okay. I don't know. Wheel World. Wheel World is a basically if you enjoy cycling, well, and a vote and while floating with a floating skull, this might be up your alley. It's supposed to be released in PC, the consoles on 2025. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
that's not my type of thing.
Yeah, not my.
Yeah.
And this is the next game that's been a hit. I actually have it. To me, Phasmophobia kind of gets the gameplay loop. To me, I played it for about 24 hours before I kind of got bored of it. But I know they've done a lot of updates since the last time I played it a couple years ago, so I might revisit it. But it's finally coming to consoles. It's been a big hit on the PC. Basically, it started out as a one-man project. He did it for years, just developing. Then as it got more successful and got a cult following kind of thing, he was able to grow his team. And it's going to be out Tuesday, the 29th of this month, just in time for Halloween. And basically, you're a ghost hunter, not really, or investigator, not really a hunter. You kind of have to guess what the ghost is. You can collect clues to kind of get him out of the house. The ghost can kill you. You have to be careful, but you don't. It's not like Ghostbusters. There's no, photon blasts or anything. You're just basically a investigator trying to get rid of a ghost. There's several different ghost types. You have to get different type of clues, use some instruments. Yeah, it's pretty cool if you guys want to check it out. It kind of launched a whole theme, and there's a bunch of other kind of ports of it now. But yeah, to me, the gameplay loop gets kind of boring after a while. But it's basically a kind of interactive puzzle game. I love puzzle games. But yeah, I don't know if it's something you'd be interested in, Jared. But
Well, I know about this. So for me, this is just more like, okay, it's cool. It's coming to consoles.
Yeah. And it's been on PC for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably recommend it if you're into that type of thing. I just think if the gameplay loop gets old, just be mindful. You might want to catch it when it's on a sale. What is this next game? The Legend of Babu. Big, huge dog and a little boy. I don't know, a little boy. But anyway, so it's a magical island, and it is where you're a young boy will get to ride a big, fluffy dog. You journey. That's so funny. It's going to be released in 2025 on Xbox XS and PC. So I love the fact that PCs are getting every single title we're talking about, which is going to be, I think, standard going forward. Because sometimes that the console releases don't always make it to PC, but if you have Xbox or Game Pass PC Ultimate like I do, you get to play the Xbox Game Pass console games on the system, which is awesome via the cloud. And it works perfect, by the way. I told you, NHL works great on it. Next up, this one looks very interesting. I think it's going to be cool. FBC Firebreak. Yes, it's back. So basically, this game will offer 3-player co-op experience in the Control Alan Wake universe. The Remedy verse is what they call it, I guess. And yeah, this looks really, really interesting. Again, 2025 for both XS and PC. But what do you think about this? I think this will be interesting, especially now that Alan Wake is popular in the Control universe. So that's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a must-play for me.
Yeah, well, you'll let me know. And
oh, you hear this, guys? Jared's such a fanboy. He refuses to give anything unless it's his beloved Nintendo. I'm just kidding, man. But
you
I
missed
understand.
the biggest announcement. You skipped right over
Oh my
it.
God! Why did I skip it? I've been looking at it this whole time.
So funny.
The Fallen Feathers, guys. Yes. The Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and it's going to anyone. There's going to be a huge one, right? So basically, this one comes out again on PC, which I'm happy about. Xbox X and S in 2025. It is a hack and slash magical combat.
It's basically like Wukong and all those other like Souls-light games. It looked really good. Like the
Oh,
trailer that
dude,
they
it looks
put.
fun. I don't know. Dude, when I was looking at the Legend of the Babu, I was looking at it, sitting there talking to you, looking at its awesome little thumbnail, and then I totally skipped it because I went to of course, the better game. So, nah, we say the best for last. But I think this is gonna be all you Woo fans or Dark Souls fans will really like. You know, it's a Dark Souls S or light games are being uh, milked like no tomorrow right now. Like everyone and their mother is making some kind of Dark Souls and inspired game, man.
Yeah, I know.
You got to be careful. Then it's going to get
well, it'll get saturated and it'll do the exact same thing. No, I mean like Wukong is like that was one of the biggest games of the year, and like this looks very similar in terms of like it's just the lush fluid animations and
it's
stuff
gonna
like
be
that.
awesome.
Like it's gonna be interesting.
Are you a fan of the Dark Souls series?
I have.
I mean, that series
played,
or those genre.
I played one, I think it was, and realistically, it's the time devotion, like the time
that's
you
the
need
problem,
to devote to
yes.
it is it's just that's the problem now, right? Like that's the
Yes,
thing.
and those
That's what I like about my little RPGs. There is that like I don't need. I mean, technically, there's grinding, but it's not the same thing. Like, I don't need to. Because the thing is, like, you know this, Tim, but like, there's a week could go by where I can't play anything. I just don't have,
Oh no,
life.
dude, I know exactly. Like, I wanted to get the Mario Party in for the podcast impressions, but the time I was allotted, someone pinged me, and then yesterday was real busy. I wasn't really home much, so yeah, it's tough, man.
It is tough.
I know
So
exactly.
like, and the thing is with like a Souls game, you can't do
Yeah,
that. You can't.
no,
you can't
because-
stop playing because then your skills decrease. And
Yeah, well, not only that, because it's a game that's designed for you to memorize an encounter, get your reflexes, and it's a lot of what's it called? Rinse and repeat until you master that encounter. And you can literally take hours to beat one boss, right? I'm not exaggerating. Some people obviously faster, some people are slower, but yeah, I've seen like some of our community members with their streams. It's like it's unbelievable. They sit there almost the whole stream trying to beat one boss. It's like, yeah, and that's what I was telling you, Jared. That's artificial content because it extends the life of the actual game substantially because they make the encounters quote unquote difficult, but really it's just a memory reflex kind of thing, which is fine.
Yeah,
disrespect.
like no, exactly. Like that's totally fine. I'm just saying that like to play a game like that where you can't devote the time.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
Well, yeah, I'd be stuck at that one boss forever, literally, because I don't have enough time to go.
But it
through.
is kind of rewarding then when you beat
always.
it. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why I don't really play those type of games. I prefer, like I said, multiplayer, and I'm not really I love single player games, of course, like you, but I don't really play that many anymore. I mean, the Mario and the Luigi is going to be one of the first ones I'm going to be playing for a while, right?
What I like about that is that I don't have to rely on anyone. With multiplayer games,
see,
you
that's the
have
difference.
to rely on other people.
You queue up with randoms, but
yeah,
still,
but that's
I
the
understand.
thing. Like, I have no interest in playing with Billy
how
Bob. Like,
one of these days, I do hope that you do play Mario Party, the new one, because that would be kind of cool for us to do like a little YouTube thing. But again, you could have 30 minutes out of your day, out of your week, just to dedicate to a Mario game. That'd be fun.
no,
I don't know if do you even like the series anymore.
Like, dude, I haven't played it in forever. I don't even know what the last one I played.
Thinking of which, I know Cranberry plays. Watch it. I could watch Doctor or two. Cranberry, leaving a comment if you have the new Mario game. I could check her profile, I guess, on Switch. Let us know because we could play it. It'd be kind of cool. We're supposed to play some King of the Hill, not King of the Castle and stuff with her, but it gets kind of challenging. So I know you and her, you still record every Saturday at the Dragon Quest?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's been an ongoing series, man, for years now.
Years, dude.
Is it ever going to end is the question.
Well, that's on them. That's on...
Yeah, that's true.
This expansion, we finished, I think, what are we? We finished 7.1. So now we got 7.2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next expansion will be out. That's the way they always do it. But I don't know when the next one, or did we finish 7.2? I'm all lost now. I think, no, we did 7.0. Then they released the first part, the 7.1. We did 7.1. Now we're waiting for 7.2. Yeah. Anyways, no, I hope it doesn't end. It's awesome. It's a phenomenal game, and it's fun. Like,
Never come out here in the United States.
oh, now at this point, specifically
They
at
would
this
have done
point,
it.
I don't think that would be a financially wise move to make.
Oh, not only that, if since they're kind of hurting financially, anyways, they I don't think they're going to take the risk. And two, it would be such a huge, daunting task, man, because they have years of translations to do and updates, and they might have to change stuff for the Western market. Maybe something that flies in Japan might not be allowed. I don't know. I don't think they're very picky anymore here, but you never know. Maybe there was something that's culturally insensitive. So yeah, it'd be a daunting task for them to do it. But I do still think that they should do the offline version at least. That they could do,
Yeah, that
right?
they could do. I don't know. I mean, it's so funny, eh? So many people on this channel disagree with me when I talk about Dragon Quest like all the time. Ah, what do you know? And all this sort of stuff. And it's like I told everybody that it had like a 1 year window. Dragon Quest X had like a 1 year window to basically, if you were gonna make it, you needed to release it quickly, and they never did. And now there's no chance. Now, like, now it's gone. Like, I don't see any way. Like, it's done. The only thing that I'm wondering now is because the 3DS is no more. I'm really wondering what Square Enix is gonna do for that series, because they just did the Pixel remaster for Final Fantasy. They did it like what, last year or whatever, and now they've re-released it this year. So that takes you from Final Fantasy, well, basically 1 to 6. You can now play that on every single platform under the sun. And assuming all of the next gen systems are backwards compatible, that means you can play them all easily, right? Like, they're easily available to play. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, same deal. Really easy to play those pretty much everywhere. 10, we have the remaster of 10 and 12, which are readily available pretty much everywhere. 13, rumors are all over the place that that's going to be remastered, but not like a full-on remaster, just like a fresh, kind of coat of paint type of thing. 14, 15 are readily available everywhere, and 16 is brand new, just came out. It's available, like, it's coming. Well, no, it's already on PC now. So technically speaking, if you're brand new to Final Fantasy, you're okay. Like, if for Final Fantasy, you're okay. But that is not the case for Dragon Quest. And I don't know, like, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, this is going to get really, really, really interesting, because for the first time, pretty much in ages, with the 3DS, you had access to every single mainline Dragon Quest game. All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But now, with the 3DS gone, you have more or less everything available on mobile, but that kind of sucks. Like, to be honest, like, that really kind of sucks. And, we've got the 40th anniversary of Dragon Quest right around the corner.
What are they going to do special about that?
Well, I was hoping that they would repackage, like, or do something to get the games on modern hardware. Like, if I go to Steam right now and I put Dragon Quest, the numbered entries, I'm going to get Dragon Quest 11, and I'm going to get Dragon Quest, well, you might get Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3 bundled. I'm not sure if that was released on Steam, but now you'll get Dragon Quest 3 Remake, and of course you'll get some of the other side games and stuff, but I'm talking the numbered.
Yeah, Builders 2.
I'm talking the numbered, the mainline series. And that kind of sucks, because, like, as a Dragon Quest fan, like, damn it. You know what I mean? Like when the 3DS disappeared, I kind of lost all the access to Dragon Quest now. It's gone. Like I don't want to play on my phone. That's not my thing. I don't want to do that. And it sucks that that seems to be the only way.
Yeah, you get a yeah. There's a bunch of side games like Dragon Quest Heroes 1, 2, Builders 1,
Yeah, but
2,
how many
11, of course,
mainline?
Treasures. Only Dragon Quest 11 by the looks of it. Yeah,
You
that's
should
it.
have 3. You should have the remake of 3.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not out yet.
Yeah, but you can pre-order, no?
Oh yeah, you can pre-order, and then they have the Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Print. Did you ever? You finished that, right? Did
Yeah,
you
I
like it?
totaled it. I got the best team, did all the stuff, everything.
You liked it? Because it
Yeah.
got mostly positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I'll probably wait for sale.
Yeah, that was a really
Looks
good
cool.
one. Treasures was a good one. I destroyed that one as well. I play every Dragon Quest game, so it's just I'm a little worried now about the mainline series. I'm just a little worried about like access now. Because you have to think, guys, that the remakes of Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 were all DS and 3DS exclusive, which means dual screens.
Yeah.
So, what does Square Enix do? You know what I mean? Like, what options do we have here? Dragon Quest 9 is the one that I have been screaming for a remake, and that's why
Oh yeah.
I was
There's rumors of
shocked.
that though,
I was
right?
shocked that we got Dragon Quest 3 because, like, guys, for years, okay, for years and years and years and years and years, Pokemon and Dragon Quest were very similar in the sense that you could more or less rely on what was going to happen. So with Pokemon, you had like the main releases, and then you had the Gaiden release, or like the third release that would come out and like combine and do special things and whatever. Obviously, it's been ages since Pokemon followed that particular trend. But the point was, like, back then you knew more or less what was going to happen with the series. And Dragon Quest was much the same. During the Super Famicom, they introduced the remakes. And so you always knew more or less that it was like, okay, we're going to get a new entry and then they're going to remake the last one. So we had 1 and 2 were bundled together as a remake. Then they made Dragon Quest 3 as a remake. Then the series at that point in time, after that, it had transitioned to the PlayStation. PlayStation got the follow up to Dragon Quest 6. They got Dragon Quest 7. And then we knew that, it's time for a remake of Dragon Quest 4, which we got. And then PlayStation 2 comes out, and we're like, okay, so we're going to get a Dragon Quest 8 eventually. And we know we're going to get a remake to Dragon Quest 5, which we did. We got all of that. And then everything changed, right? Because PlayStation 3 was not a success in the way that the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1 were. Nintendo had their Wii, and it like friggin' dominated, and the DS was exploding, and Square Enix was like, screw this, man. And so they released Dragon Quest 9 on the DS, which was awesome, guys. Seriously, if you've never played Dragon Quest 9, it's such a shame like the series wasn't as big in North America and in Europe as it is today, because man, that was awesome to be able to sit down and play with another person in your party member and still do the same turn-based stuff, but the fact that you could actually play together, that was
Yeah.
freaking awesome, man. And that paved the way for Dragon Quest X, the MMO. But it was at that time when I sat back and I was like, because technically speaking, Dragon Quest 6 should have been remade, right? Like that was the next in line. But I was like, okay, what, like, how? Right? Because the DS is not a PlayStation 3 slash Xbox slash, you know what I mean? Like I was like, what the hell are we gonna do? And to be honest, I really think Square Enix had the same thing. Like I think they had the same thought process where they were like, oh crap, now what do we do, right? And it was kind of cool because what they did do is they went and said, okay, well, we have the remake of Dragon Quest IV and we have the remake of Dragon Quest V on the PlayStation 2. What if we took that engine that we have and applied it to the Zenithia trilogy? Because we got to do 6. We know that 6 now it's locked to the Super Famicom, right? Like we got to find a way of unlocking it for modern audiences. So they gave us Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6. Then they released the mobile versions eventually, right? And then on the 3DS, we ended up getting both Dragon Quest 10 and 11 were released on the 3DS, plus the remakes of 7 and 8. So, oh my God, that's a lot of stuff. But the question that I have now is, I find that we're in the same position we were when Nintendo first, like started taking off with the DS. I think we're kind of in that situation all over again where what do we do now? Like, think of it from their perspective. Obviously,
maybe they'll do it on Switch too.
Oh, 100%, dude. No. Like, there's no question. Whatever they do is coming out on everything. PC, Sony, like the days of exclusive are done. Gone. So, but that makes things very challenging, my friend. Very challenging. Because what do we do? Like, are you really gonna invest your money into what they did with Dragon Quest 3, like the HD 2D? Are you seriously gonna do that for Dragon Quest? We know they're doing it for Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. But are you seriously gonna do that for 4, 5, and 6 as well? Because if that's the case, oof.
I think this remake, if it doesn't sell, then it might kind of nip those ideas. But if it does exceptionally good, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. We can do it. But I think the remake for 3 is going to sell well enough. But do you think it's going to be mega popular?
I think it's the most popular sort of like in sort of like, people's minds. It's one of the biggest ones in the series, so I really do hope it does really well. But what I was trying to get at, besides the whole series thing, is the fact that it looks like 9 might now, unfortunately, be reset. You know what I mean? Like, technically speaking, 9 should have been remade, like, years ago now. You know what I mean? And
there's been rumors about that for a while now, man. Oh, 9 might be redid. They're talking about now the internet, where you remember before you would have, if you were playing it, like you would walk next to someone and they, I don't know the details, but there's that multiplayer factor.
Yeah.
They could totally update that and put that online now to where you don't have to be next to someone. You just someone online, they connect their game online, and kind of like what Pokemon did with the recent Scarlet and stuff, where you're online and people could join your game.
Yeah, dude, 100%. The question more is, what do you base it on? Because that's the way they've always done their remakes, right? Like, always. Is like they'll base it on an engine or a whatever that they use. Like I said, it's so similar to what Pokemon used to do. So now I'm just a little perplexed of like, what are they gonna do now? Because if they reset and now they're gonna start to remake all the games all over again, all the way from 1, dude, that's gonna take like 20 years by the time we get everything.
Oh, 1 itself such a small game, right? So.
Well, 1 and 2, I think, are going to be released together. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. You're going to buy Dragon Quest 3, and then they're going to release 1 and 2 next year. I'm pretty sure that's the plan. But, like, the other games are, like, just awesome. And the fact that 9 is locked to the DS, that's the one. That's the one right now. That's the one game in the series. It's sort of like Metal Gear Solid 4. Right? Metal Gear Solid 4 is locked to the PlayStation 3. And it's that kind of sucks. Like you want the games to be available to the masses, right? So, anyways, I know we got to wrap up our podcast, but I'd love to hear what you guys like. Just what do you guys think? I'm really not sure what approach they're gonna take, because before I would have said they'll make it for the Switch 2. Whatever Nintendo does, they'll just make it for that and be done with it. But they're not going to do that anymore. Now it's going to be like PC, Xbox, and like everything. So then that means whatever, format it is, it's got to be able to work on all of them. So that's why I'm not sure.
Yep. And thinking of Switch 2, man, it looks like, I don't know if we'll hear any info about it anytime soon, but
I keep telling you guys, it's not going to be like the Switch 1. Everyone's like, oh, it'll be in September. Not in September. Oh, it's going to be in October. It's not going to be in October, guys. I'm telling you, I'm almost convinced next year it'll be in a special announcement early next year where they'll say, here we go. And maybe the system comes out in summer or fall or
summer or probably fall.
Well, that seems far, dude. That seems far.
That seems a bit far. They still got a lot of gems coming up for the Switch, but yeah, you're right. How much do they have to carry the Switch for? Almost another year, dude. Yeah, basically a year.
I think that's too far for me.
I think probably
summer.
First or second quarter. Yeah, summer probably.
No, I was thinking summer because I was like, let this all go, right? Like all the stuff that they got coming out now, that'll easily take you into February. And then somewhere around there, like mid-January, mid to late January, give us the announcement and then push it. It could be like May, something like that. You have the console that it's available somewhere around there. Listen, could be totally wrong. Next week they announce the Direct. It comes out, and, but I really don't think so because of the success. With the Wii U, they had to do it. They don't have to
Wii U,
do
they
it
had
now.
to. They didn't have a choice. But they're still selling like hotcakes. I mean, obviously the Switch isn't selling quite as much as it used to, but the software is still selling great. So,
yeah. So,
yeah, we'll see. But we'll definitely be covering Switch 2 or whatever it's called announcements when it happens. It probably won't be till next year, though, guys. But who knows? Jared and I might be completely wrong, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. All right, guys.
All right, everyone. Take care.
Later.